Welcome to this Friday's update. I'm Dr. Tom Morter, and I would like to begin today with a quote from George Eliot. A quote that says, "It's never too late to be what you might have been." Let's think about that for just a moment. It's never too late to be what you might have been. What that really says to us, what that really means to us in Jen, is that it's never too late to continue the dream. It's never too late to dream. Maybe you've had a dream that you've given up on at some point. Maybe you have a dream that you didn't accomplish and so many people told you it would never work and you just quit. Or maybe you lessened your dream. It's never too late. The point being, it's time. There's always time. There's always time for you to get to your potential. One of the greatest ways that we have in Jen to get to that potential is to continue reading books and to continue listening to audios and to continue watching videos and continuing to show up at events. Show up at those events. You see, this day, while many of you are watching this, Blaine Aythorne and Julie and Nevin Christensen are putting on a Super Saturday in Connecticut at Flamig Farm. What a beautiful setting and what a beautiful place to be with like-minded people and to enhance your dream, to rekindle that fire, that burning desire that's within you that says, I'm reaching for more, I'm becoming more, I'm growing into more, I'm developing into more, I'm learning more, I have a great teachability index. You see, these are the things that are the principles of Jen. This is why we exist as a club. This is a way in which we help others, and there are a number of different levels that will be represented at this event that happens on Saturday. And some of those newer members will have the ability to mingle and mix and hear the stories, the success stories, the wins of those at the upper levels of this club. And it shows you that even at the upper levels of this club, there's still more to learn. There's still more ways in which you can tie this together and to be able to be there in person, to witness and to see and to feel and to hear and to touch the legacy that's happening on that farm. The generational legacy that continues on that farm is magical. And so congratulations to those of you who are there, those of you who are going. Those of you who are close, you can still get there. If you're seeing this on Friday, it starts on Saturday. And I will tell you that it will be a life-changing event for many. We also have an upcoming Midwest retreat that Josh Novi and David Krueger are putting on October the 8th through the 11th in Indiana. There are a couple of slots that have opened up because of some restrictions on international travel. So maybe this is your opportunity. Maybe you've been thinking about it and this is just the opportunity that there is a spot you may be able to attend. Contact us at support at Jen United, and we will, in fact, let you know if those spaces still exist. So, again, thank you to those gentlemen for putting this on. These experiences will last a lifetime. These experiences will stick with you. These experiences are things that you'll point to, you'll look back on and say, that was my aha moment. That's when it changed for me. That's when I got it. That's when Jen became a part of me and got inside of me. And that's the way it works. That's the way it happens. Of course, we have the virtual chapter meetings that are going on. They have now happened in English and in French and in German and in Spanish, and those will continue each month. Go to the website, get registered. Go to the news tab, go on to the announcements, and it will show you when those particular virtual events occur. Get registered. You have to register ahead of time. Get on the website, get registered, take an action step. They are fabulous. There's some great sharing and interaction and the closeness that happens in building those relationships that starts when you put a face and a name together. The Successful Life course, of course, is happening in October, the 27th through the 30th in St. Augustine. Spend some time with the Ward family. Spend some time with Erlene and Ed. Change your life. Get registered. Take action. I will say that we have seen a spike in the viewing of the youth program. I sent out a gentle reminder a week or so ago, and with people getting back in the schooling and the learning stages, great viewership is happening about that program. Again, thank you to the wards. This youth program is how we impact the world. This is how we change the planet. You must start with the youth. Think of what your life could have been. Think about what you could have. Think about the dream. The size of your dream may have changed. The trajectory of your dream, of your purpose, of your being, can be altered by exposure to this kind of material. And by getting started with this at a younger age can only be a great benefit for you and for those to follow. The Successful Life course. It teaches us these principles. It teaches us these Gen principles, these lifelong, these age-old principles that started in the youth. I know at the time that I attended that class, clear back in the 80s, they even had a youth program in that course. This is the time to get the youth started. So much is happening in virtual learning, and this is a great time for people to be studying online. I will tell you, of course, the culmination of our events will be in Las Vegas in February, the 5th, 6th, and 7th. And of course, training start days before that. Be there. It will be a life-changing event. It will be at the Mirage. I know that registrations are beginning to come in. People are beginning to look forward. People are beginning to say, you know, enough. We must go on with some things in life, and things are opening up in lots of parts of the world. And so get registered, get a spot. Join us in Las Vegas. I know that you will be very thankful that you did. I will also remind you that it is an opportunity in Las Vegas for you to take your level 6 and maybe 7A or 7B. We will be doing all three of those there. The sooner you can get to level 5, which is why we made level 5 testing available virtually, so that more people can get through level 5 so that they can attend level 6 in Las Vegas, then you would still have time to do level 7A in the next summer event and level 7B in the next winter event. See, there's a plan, there's a purpose for why we're doing the things that we're doing. This is the time between now and February to get yourself to level 5 so that you can take the test online, so that you can be eligible to do level 6 and or level 7s when you are eligible to do them, because they are just taught live at this point. So this is the time to do that. I've been mentioning for the last months and months and months about how Gen is all around us. And Gen, once you get it, once you see these Gen principles, they show up in business conversations. They show up in relationship conversations. They show up in spiritual conversations, because Gen is, in fact, all around us. And as we finish up the season of the summer and we move into fall, we have to prepare ourselves for the new season. Just like in life, you have to prepare yourself for the next step, the next session, if you will. Nature does this. The animals out at the farm, I touched on this on my Wellness Wednesday, that the squirrels are beginning to bury the nuts, the acorns just happen to fall this time of year, where the squirrels have time to get them buried and hidden and stashed so that they can get through the winter. You see, those are not accidents. My father used to have a great saying that says that one of his goals was to be as dumb as a tree. And on first listen, first glance, first hearing that, you think, as dumb as a tree? Why would I want to be as dumb as a tree? Well, if you understand nature, and if you understand the force and the power in the universe and the pulse and all of those things that tie into how we exist on this planet, being as dumb as a tree was to not overthink some things. You just react to the environment. Trees don't think, okay, this is when I put on a bud, and okay, this is when I put on leaves, and this is when I turn them to orange or to yellow. This is when I'm going to shed my leaves. You see, they don't think. It's not a conscious thought. It's a reaction to their environment. Are you being able to react positively in your environments? You know, September is a month that is actually National Recovery Month. And this is a topic and a subject that's very near and dear to my heart and to Dr. Ted's as well. And I will tell you that and share with you that we have had some incredible testimonials through our recovery center in Southern Illinois, Recover Us, those who are recovering from alcohol and different substance abuse, different drugs and different interactions. And rarely is it, as it turns out, when a drug use history is taken, rarely is there just one thing involved. It's typically an accumulation of things, and it's so much like life. And it's a way in which people get lost, they get confused, and then they become addicted or dependent upon outside substances or circumstances or situations. And whether that addiction is a chemical addiction or a bad relationship or poor financial choices, those things all contribute to this same downward spiral that many people experience. And the good news is that there's hope and there are ways out of this, and the new research and the new technology and the new ability to be able to, in a short period of time, without the withdrawal situations. And you see, gin is all around us. This addiction challenge is around all of us as well. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. Anything that is responsible kills over 70,000 people a year every year is virtually in every community. It's all around you. And so as we address that, and the good news is there's a way out. There's a way out. It doesn't take 30 days and 60 days and 90 days of lockup and lockdown to rewire your brain, to change your chemistry. We're seeing it every week. This works. It happens. When you can address those four dimensions that impact people of their health, and how you can teach them to do different habits and different traits and different ways in which they can move forward with their life. And when you affect their home, their lives, their lifestyle, their families, you can make generational change, and you can break the chain of abuse that happens and the chain of addiction that happens. This is why it's so important. This is why it's so important. And moving into that third dimension is a dimension of purpose. And this is one of the things that is so beautiful about Jen and the Success Mastery course, is that we assist people, we aid them in identifying their dreams and their goals and their desires and their life purpose. And of course, the fourth is community. And what better community is there than the group of like-minded individuals that are moving up through the levels of Jen? It is such a beautiful fit and a beautiful blend and a beautiful way of hope and a beautiful way out for so many people who've given up on that dream, who've given up on their health, who've given up on their home. They've lost their home. The stories that we hear on the front end of these conversations are gut-wrenching and heartbreaking, because they didn't know of a way out. The hand up is there. There are ways to do this, and there are ways for you to move forward. And I began this messaging today with a quote from George Eliot that actually is a pen name for Mary Ann Evans, a writer from the 1800s. You see, sometimes your eyes and your ears deceive you. When you see George Eliot, you may think it was a male. It's not. She did some fantastic writings and some great quotes. If you study any of her work, it's never too late to be what you might have been. You see, to put that into Jen terms is that there's always time to arrive at your potential. There's always time to accomplish your potential, your unique potential, the one thing that you are put on this earth to accomplish. It is within your reach, and it is within your grasp every moment that you take a breath. You can move toward that. So my ask of you this week, start. Start fulfilling your potential. Start moving in the direction to fulfill your life purpose. And then share that enthusiasm with others. And we will build this club together. I'm Dr. Tom. Thank you for your time this week. I'll talk to you next week.